Yeah, welcome back on another episode of the Alastair876 podcast. I hope everybody doing well, in health wise, financially, you know, in all stress free. That's what we're going for this year and beyond. Just to be stress free. The bills taken care of, the family all right. You know what I mean? So yeah, when we kick it off, bless up everybody. You don't know I'm your host, Alastair, and this is making the music, where we're gonna discuss, well, podcast is about my music. You know what I'm saying? We might discuss other issues about reggae. We might talk about few things and where we see the industry, but we mostly are focused on my music. So if you're coming over here, so for mix up, there's no mix up over here. So and take on yourself. You know what I mean? But other than that, we talk about the music, what we plan, my journey, this music, yeah. 'Cause, we wear many hats, we do a whole heap of things, but we do the things that we love. You know what I mean? So, yeah, basically, new project. I always say new project I have coming out. I have a social commentary EP. You know what I mean? Just look out for that. The tracks them, the songs them already done. You know what I mean? We just need to mix and master them. You know what I mean? That is it. We just need to mix and master, and then now come out unless we get a proper mix. You know what I'm saying? Get a proper mix, and we might want to add drums and thing to some of them. So, uh, just look out for that. When it's 95% done, I'll come back and let you guys know, and we might just have a listening. You know what I mean? And you're gonna let me know if it's a go or a no. All right, cool. Right. So today we're going to discuss one of the tracks them that I had coming out, and this was my second professional release. I would call it right after we did Spotlight. With Spotlight Kunta, we talked about that last episode, so we ain't going back there. So after that, this was when I was on my reggae journey. You know what I'm saying? I dabble in, and expressing different sides of my mental, where my mental was at the time. And really and truly, at this time, what inspired this song was the fact that, I was part of a youth group, a regional youth group with that had international contact. Um, Not going to mention the organization, you know what I mean? But it's a worldwide diplomatic organization, you know what I mean? So we don't want you don't intertwine it with the journey that I am on, and which may not represent what them doing now. You know what I mean? So we keep it at that. So there was a competition in the Caribbean, and remember I was a Caribbean youth leader, and there was a competition in the Caribbean called Spice It Up competition, if I remember. Yeah, Spice It Up competition, and the Spice It Up competition also, as I said in the Caribbean, it featured many youths from different islands. You know what I mean? And one of the theme was like, talk about nature, talk about those things, and so there was this group that built a rhythm called Mighty Nature. Yeah, I don't remember the producers, you know. And one of the beats them that caught me, that was that beat, Mighty Nature, and it was a deep like roots reggae, lots of horns, and I like it. And at the time, a melody came to me, and just observing the news and what's going on around the world, people them complaining about pollution. I sat down one day, and these words came to me. You know what I mean? I say climate change. That was another thing too. There was a big talk about carbon footprint and climate change with the G20, and there was a big talk with the United Nations on Millennium Development Goals. Yeah. And one of them for the Caribbean was, self sustainability. And I was thinking to myself, yo, if them want self sustainability, them have to protect the environment. And so therefore, I come up with that song. You know what I mean? So that is what inspired me. Um, as we say, reggae, we know from Bob Marley time, is a message music. You know what I mean? Reggae is a message music. So when you go into the preserve it state of mind, then you want to make sure that the elements that keep you guys alive in earth stays healthy. You know what I mean? So in that sense now I sit back and I look at everything that's been going on and I say, yo, this message is on my heart. I need to tell the people them. Right? And so therefore, with that competition start and I say, you know what? Make me meds that song, yeah. And this is what I come up with.
Of Mother Earth, we must preserve it, nurture it, take care of Mother Earth. In this lovely island, where so many fruit trees grow, we don't need high carbon emission, we don't need toxic like those, coral reef we clean like clothes. Clean water where mangrove grows. Make sure so we eco-friendly, so we can young fish from. We must preserve it, nurture it, take care of Mother Earth. We must preserve it, nurture it, take care of Mother Earth.
Yeah. So that is P-side. It's still on YouTube. You can just type in Alastair Climate Change or Alastair Preserve It, and you will listen the full song. And it's nice, at this, what them say, when you get real message music, and big up to, let me segue, big up to MUTABARUKA, because I used to go to the Bob Marley Museum on the 6th and 7th. You know what I mean? And throughout the whole time leading up to the 6th and 7th, when them having the celebration of Bob Marley, and them have them events, and I used to go up there. Whenever I'm in Jamaica, I go there around them time there. Celebrate. It's Black History Month too, so it's a lot of knowledge. I mean, big up iNation too, cause iNation always have the books them where the youth them can purchase. You know what I mean? And you can get good read, health. Where we coming from. And what we need to do so we can preserve our culture. You know what I mean? Knowledge is key. So the so just to say that, what I mean, you should go there, and that's where I meet MUTABARUKA. And there, for those who not familiar with Jamaican radio station, local radio station, IRA FM is one of the largest reggae stations, what I mean, in Jamaica. And MUTABARUKA have several programs on it. And this man, unique to the culture, as him always have talk about Rastafari and Rastafari movements and things that have to do with reggae and preserving authentic reggae culture. So big up to MUTABARUKA, because he's the first one that played Preserve It on the radio. You know what I mean? You listen it, you love the message, sound clean and everything. And one day I was working in corporate, and one day I sit down around my desk, and you know, Ira was playing, I'm hear my song playing. You know what I mean? Me hear him introduced, I me hear him playing. First time. He was the only person me ever hear play that, you know? Um Before that, how him get it, I say I was giving out some of my CDs at the museum, you know. Printed about 50 of them, and that was a little promotion I started to do. I went to Anchor Anchor Music Studio. Yeah, man. Anchor Music Studio. I used to go there one or a few times when I need for print music, and I make sure I get my record printed, and yeah, give them out. So that was part of the journey. We spend a little money and get the thing them, but mainstream apart from MUTABARUKA, the rest are mainstream Jamaica. I don't know if them no know it or whatever, but them never play the song. Them not play the song. You know what I mean? Or that YouTube play the song. I would never feel no way. You know what I mean? But back to the competition. So Spice It Up was going on, and a lot of people submit, all the different artists in the Caribbean, them, young people submit them record. And yeah, my record get chosen. This climate change preserve it get chosen. And so they were gonna have a final um competition, I think, final to decide who win the whole competition in I think Grenada at the time. And at that time, with my situation, I wasn't able to go. I tried everything to see if I can get to, fly out that time and go down there. And as a result, you know, I would drop out of the competition because I wasn't able to physically make it there, which uh, climate change reserve it was one of the top selections. So who to tell? Anything could have happened. Positive for the music if I'd had the chance to go there. You know what I mean? Some real backing. But yeah, we do it ourselves, and we were proud, you know what I mean? We're proud to see the results and that people like the work. You know what I mean? And it just say I just look on this and say, hey, you know what I mean? This is a learning experience. And so the youth them out there who have them music, and you don't have no bag of resources, or if you have family we have a bag of resources, but them no want to spend it on you, you just find a way to do the things them yourself. You know what I mean? Because of your dream, your vision, or your goal, people ain't gonna see, what you see. You know what I mean? So my thing is to just go out there and get it to yourself. Don't depend on nobody. You know what I mean? Yeah. Too much youth me here complaining right now. If if I know now what I know then, you know what I mean, it's different ball game. You know what I mean? We don't wait on people for help. We get up and we go get it ourselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we'll find other
Yeah,
means. You know what I
so
mean?
because I wasn't able to go to Grenada to
Complete the competition and, get prize and all of those things, I decide that this music not just going to sit down here. You know what I mean? As I said, I did some promotion with it. And I said to myself, you know what? Most of the times with artists, your voice a song, other people not believing that is you have to push it and get it out there. So I just decide say, what I mean, I put it up on YouTube, I register my song, and I promote it. You know what I mean? And I give the producer him 50% mechanical. Yeah, I'm gonna take my 50% from my writing. You know what I'm saying? So we do good business too. You know what I mean? Um and so yeah, so we put out the song and the song going on. I think I tell you, same organization that was affiliated with, and then they put it up on their Facebook. Yeah, cause it's a positive song. So they put it up on their Facebook, and so a few Caribbean youths get to see it. You know what I mean? And it's a good music. As I say, you guys can go and download and stream it. because it's real roots reggae. You know what I mean? So yeah. So maybe we listen some more of the song, you see me? And get the message. We talk about it.
Take care of Mother Earth. Recycling all of your paper. Protect the ozone layer. Saving all those with asthma. Let us all live more longer. Save all the trees for we. Protect the ozone layer. Protect this island, yeah, yeah. We must preserve it. Nurture it. Take care of Mother Earth. We must preserve it, nurture it. Take care of Mother Earth.
Yeah. So I mean, just listen for yourself. Listen for yourself. This is this kind of music, you know what I mean, protect those with asthma, you know what I mean, preserve the earth, you know what I mean, save the trees them. Talking about, you know what I mean, just keeping nature alive, the things them that allow us as human beings and animals them to survive. You know what I'm saying? Not talking about killing each other. You know what I mean? Or chop off the head or none of those things. You know what I mean? This talking about preserving life and legacy. You know what I mean? When you preserve the environment and keep everything kosher, right? You allow when you gone that there's an environment for your seed to prosper. Zin? So these are the things what I think about. I mean, and check the levels. When you deal with, you know, levity in itself and healthy living, you know what I mean, it trickles to many areas of your life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It make you can innovate. It make you can create, things and processes that keep, longevity, preserve longevity. You know what I mean? It make you come up with stuff that um let me give you an example. You know what I mean? You know, when you decide, say, all right, I'm gonna take care of my environment, everything within that space get to flourish. You know what I mean? You talk from the trees them to the animals where need the trees them or eat the trees them. You know what I mean? You talk to the oxygen we breathe. It take care of the human health wholly. You know what I mean? So that was really the message and thing. And I was hoping, trust me, I was hoping that this song would have run away so I could have got Africa. Serious. Because why? I feel like say Africa more would have embraced this music more than the Western civilization over there, because it seems like everything the man them in a hype. And I say, yeah, me do some music where, in at the moment, but them kind of music here, and meds it, deep meaning, and Bill it say, this kind of music I got outlast me. Yeah, this kind of music I got outlast me. And if I'm lying, right, give me that feedback there. I want to see that in the comment section them. You know what I mean? If you not think say them kind of music I got outlast me, put a thumbs down in the comment section and we will see. You know what I'm saying? But these are the things what me believe. Say, yo, this kind of music, once Africa discover it, it'll go all over the place. Trust me. Yeah, I'm ready to shoot the music video feed. Anytime I'm ready to take it up. You know what I mean? Kenya radio station, Tanzania, you know what I mean? South Africa, Nigeria, all of them places, the Ghana. Ghana. Man, so we're close to Ghana. You know what I mean? We're close to Ghana, love we. Big up Mama Rita. You know what I mean? Ghanaian. I say Ghanaian. Well, you wanna correct me if me not get it right. Yeah. But yeah, big up Africa. You know what I mean? Motherland them say. You know what I mean? So do what enough to do. Make the song go up so we can go travel Africa and see the people them and feel the people them hand and shake them and you know what I mean? And all a joy with them. Because there is more to this world than just the money and the hype and thing. You know, that are temporary. But you see the bond where we share with the people them that outlasts anything. And we can get a lot more done if we just, you know, share ideas and share culture. Mm. We're more rich. Them kind of ways. You know what I mean? Some people they about dominance. Every man will come from history I tried this dominance thing always fade away. Uh-oh. What am I say? Every man will try dominion over the earth always fade away. Remember that. So no matter how you see them a reign for a short period of time, they got to go. When the master say, yo, go, you got to go. You know what I mean? So we don't watch the hype. We deal with the real things around here. Yeah. So yeah, that was climate change, mighty nature. More wanting to give me the questions them and thing want to know about this in the comment section. Yeah, this podcast is a short one because there's not much there's not too much around, the creation of preserve it and mighty nature. You know what I mean? It was always it was centered around the Spice It Up competition in the Caribbean. Then it moved from that to me doing the groundwork. You know what I mean? Trying the promotion, trying to get it out there, putting it up on YouTube. You know what I mean? There was no big budget. You know what I mean? Actually, there was no budget at all. You know what I mean? We just was working at the time, 9 to 5 at the time, and little money we have, we try burn some CDs and print them and we'll make sure we register everything and get it out there. You know what I mean? So that was mighty nature and preserve it in its entirety. You know what I mean? So, big up to, as I said, shout out to Concept Music, shout out to MUTABARUKA for playing it first on the radio station. You know what I mean? Yeah, as I said, people them can still go and go online and download it, stream it, send it to your local DJ all around the world. If you believe say the song, have the quality and the message to go where it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, big up to everybody. You know what I mean? The next one, we have some stuff we're gonna discuss. You know what I mean? And stay tuned for the next one. You know what I mean? Yeah. Bless up and stay cool. You know what I mean? Cause you have cold front in some Caribbean countries and you have snow in some foreign land. So everybody wanna stay warm, stay healthy. You know what I mean? Drink up on the moringa tea. And I'm out. I said, who gon' pray for us? Enough demon in the place, I said, who gon' pray for us? Hope somebody come pray for us.